Hello, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to show you the things that sold from my shop last week, as I normally do on a Tuesday. And I also want to show you a few things that I bought at an auction. I bought this bundle like 2 weeks ago, and it was never the right time to show them to you. I will show you half of them now and half of them next week maybe. So should I start with the auction haul or should I show you what sold first? I think I will start with the auction haul, but if you're only interested to see what sold from my shop last week, I will put the minute on the screen and you can jump to that. So one of the first things that I want to show you is this beautiful biscuit barrel. Another biscuit barrel, I know, but I've never had one in this style. This is made of wood and it has these metal parts here, and the lid is silver plated, and the handle, this part here, and the inside is ceramic, and I think it's really nice. And it has this monogram here. It's a C and a B, and at the back where the handle kept going down, it has a line like this, but I think that's no big deal. I think it's very beautiful and very interesting. What do you think of it? And in the same lot there was this pair of basic dogs. I had this in this style before and they sold, and I paid for this bundle £32. So for the biscuit barrel, this pair of dogs, and there's another pair of dogs as well, these ones. And I've never had dogs like this with brown and white. I've had them with black, with blue, with pink even, but I've never had them with brown, and I think they're really nice. What do you think? So as I said, all these pieces were in the same lot, and I paid about £32 for the lot, and there were 5 pieces in that lot, so that comes to a little over £6 per item, which I think is really good. And now I'm going to show you one more lot, and I paid about £57 with all the fees and everything, and there are a lot of things in it. So let's start with this barometer. I've never sold anything like this, but I think it's quite neat, and it has this thing to be hung on the wall. It's quite dusty. Ignore that. I will give it a good clean. And I don't know, I've had a look on Google, and I see that they sell for decent money, so I think I will give it a try. Another piece in this bundle is this very heavy brass plaque, and it's encased in wood, and it represents The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. And I think it's so neat and so beautiful, but so heavy. I put it on the scales and it weighs over 6 kilograms, so shipping will be quite expensive for this one. Then we have this little guy, which is very cute and very funny looking. It's made of glass, and I think it's Murano glass. I didn't have a chance to test it with the black light to see if there's any uranium in it, but even if it's not, I think it's very unique. Another thing in this lot is this lovely brass frame with a picture inside. It's just a print on the inside. This is made in Italy, and I love these frames so much, and I'm not even sure that I want to list it for sale, because I don't know, maybe I will just put it somewhere in my home, and I will replace the picture with, I don't know, other art, maybe an original piece of art, maybe something that I will paint. And I like the glass. The glass is a little convex, yeah, I think that's the term. I always mix the convex with the concave. And yeah, I think it's really pretty. What do you think of it? I'm so happy. Then we have these 2 brass vases, which are very similar but slightly different. See, at the base, this one is a little more curved, and the etching is different, and even the ruffles at the top, but they are really nice. I like the shape of them, and I will use them individually because they are different, and because maybe not people don't need 2 vases, maybe someone just needs one. And if you hear some noises, it's just my cat, who, I don't know, she just meows if I lock her in another room. She's not allowed to go outside because she hasn't been spayed yet, so yeah, I hope it's not too annoying. Then we have this brass mister, I think it's called, but I don't know if it's still usable. It can be opened, but it looks like this. I think it's nice as a decorative piece. Then there's this pair of brass deers. I'm not sure though if it's brass or bronze. I can't really tell the difference between brass and bronze. I think bronze is supposed to have a more coppery color, and this one actually has it, but I'm not sure if it's because it hasn't been polished, so I don't know. I will have to do some research to see if there are other ways to tell the difference between brass and bronze. They are really, really pretty, and they're quite heavy as well. Then there's this thing that you can use to put your shoes on. I forget the name for it. Is it like a shoehorn? I'm not sure. And it has this beautiful horse head on the handle, and I think it's really neat as well. And then we have these ladies, which are bells. I'm sure you knew that. And I'm not sure if these are brass. Some of them look like brass, like this one and this little one, but these ones I'm not sure if you can see, but it's like the gold, like the gilt worn off, and they look more silver than gold. Then we have a pair of prints. This is a blue tit and this is a robin, and I think these are limited edition prints. Yeah, they have numbers there. And they are also signed by the artist, and I quite like them. What do you think? And now I'm going to show you something a bit unusual. This is not something that I normally show you or that I normally sell. This is a pair of leather riding boots. They are a bit tired, but I think I'm going to try to list them anyway because they're vintage and they are leather, and I had a look on Google and they sell for quite a lot, but maybe those are in better conditions than mine. These are quite scratched. See, they need some love, but I don't know. I have to think of that and see if I'm going to list them, where I'm going to list them, because I don't know if on the website is the place for them. Maybe on Etsy. I don't know. There's also this frame. It doesn't have the glass anymore. This is silver plated. It had that from that paper in it. It's this one, and it says silver plated, hand polished, and lacquer coated. The bells at the top make me think of Christmas, but I don't know what to think of it. I don't know how I feel about it. It looks kind of new, maybe too new to me. What do you think? Should I donate it to the charity shop or should I give it a try? And then we have these two pieces. It's cranberry glass, and I think they're so pretty. I like them so much. This little jug, look at the base. It's so nice, and I haven't noticed any chips. Oh, the creamer has some a chip at the spout, but it's barely noticeable. See? And this cute little vase with these little handles and the scalloped rim. It's so beautiful. I couldn't find any information about the makers. I think it's Bohemian glass, but I'm not sure. I have to dig further and see what's with them. Maybe they're not even made by the same maker. This is kind of cool. It's a medicine bottle. It says Haarlemmer Olie Dutch drops. So yeah, I'm glad that it has the original label, and I'm not sure how old this is, but I think it's really nice. And then we have this pair of brass candle holders, and I think they are quite cool. I've never seen them with this thing in the middle here, and I think they're very old, and they were made in England. They are engraved England. And then we have this inkwell. I'm not sure how old this is, but look how thick the glass is. You wouldn't be able to break this, but it has something on inside. It's like a little crystal thing. I don't know what's with that. What do you think of this? Then we have three little frames like this. One of them is like this at the back, so I'm not sure what you're supposed to do with it, because you can't put it somewhere on the wall, and you can't, you know, put it on a flat surface either. The other two ones have this easel at the back, and they are made in Korea. There's also this very cool box in the shape of a cat, and the design of it is really interesting, and it has this gold details and this beautiful teal color, and at the back it looks like this, like a little tail. And the inside is like this. I'm not sure if this is wood with some sort of plaster on top. I don't know, I can't really tell. Then we have this pair of candle holders, and I think they are made of brass as well, and they have stickers on the bottom, made in India. And look at the design. So they have these bows with these little hangings, and is that like a Capricorn there? And beautiful bows at the base on all sides. They are quite beautiful, aren't they? Obviously they need a very good clean. There's also a beautiful knife, and look at this handle. It looks like mother of pearl. I hope you can see. And it has a beautiful design, some beautiful etching on it, and on the other side it just says EPNS, which means silver plated. And last but not least, we have this little chest of drawers, a mini one. So it has 4 of these drawers at the top and this longer one at the bottom. This one looks like it should have had another type of knob, and it's been painted, I think, and the paint is peeling off, but I think it adds to the charm. I think it's really nice as it is. I honestly wouldn't do anything to it. But it has some of these things here. Let me see. I think it's just, I'm not sure. Was it supposed to have something else on this side, or was it attached to something else and it was screwed? I don't know. It has some things. It looks like it had how do you call those, hinges, see, on this side, and I think it was the same on this one. Let me know what you think of this piece. Should I list it? Should I give it a try, or should I just donate it to the charity shop? And if you think that I only donate the ugly stuff that no one would buy, it's not true. Whenever I take stuff to that charity shop where I always go, they are always grateful and they put stuff out straight away. You know, with other charity shops, when you give them some donations, they take all the boxes or the bags to the back and then they sort through them at another time. But this charity shop, they just put things straight on the shelves. And most of the times when I went back to the shop, the things that I donated weren't there anymore. So obviously they sell. So I don't donate these things because I think they are worthless, but because I don't think they match the aesthetic of my website, or maybe they are not as profitable as other items that I have and that just wait for me to list them, and I choose to prioritize other stuff instead of those things. I hope that makes sense. So this was a part of the things that I bought from this auction. The other part is mostly ceramics, and I'll show them to you next Tuesday because I don't know, I don't want this video to get too long. And as I said, for these pieces, for this second lot, I paid £57, and I think that's a good price because there are some nice things in there. I especially love the deers, the candle holders, the cranberry glass, that little glass figurine, and let's not forget about this beautiful frame. Let me know in the comments if you have a favorite piece from this haul or more, and let me show you what sold from my shop last week. So first we have this set of spirits ladles made of copper and with brass handles. I bought them at an auction. They were part of an auction bundle, and you know, with these bundles, I never know how much I paid for everything. Let's say they came to, I don't know, £1 or £2 for the set, and they sold for £38, and they are going to the United States, Tennessee. Then we have this lovely glass perfume bottle. I bought this from a charity shop and it was £3. It sold for £23 and is going to the United States, New York. We also have this pair of rabbits that sit on shelves. I bought them from eBay. They came to about £4.50 for the pair, and they sold for £25, and they are going to the United States, California. Another thing that sold is this beautiful biscuit barrel. It was part of an auction bundle. I think this one came to about £4.50 if I remember correctly. It sold for £90 and is going to a repeat buyer in the United States, Florida. And then someone bought all these pieces. One of them is this beautiful brass dish with a horse head and a horseshoe. I bought this from a yard sale. It was in a box with other brass items. Let's say it came to about £1. I don't know. It sold for £15. This adorable wooden cat I bought from a charity shop. I think it was 50p or £1. I think it was £1 and it sold for £15. Then we have this little box with beautiful design. I think it's made of pewter. I bought it from a car boot sale. It was 50p and it sold for £15 again. Then there's this beautiful plate by Johnson Brothers with a turkey design in the middle, and it also has this wall hanging system on the back. I bought this from a charity shop. I think it was £2 or £2.50 and it sold for £30. And these two horse brasses that sold for £13 each. I usually buy this from car boot sales and they are usually really cheap, like under £1 or maybe even 50p. And these are going to a buyer in the United States, Florida. Then another buyer got these 4 pieces. One of them is this lovely box. It's made of resin, but it's made to look like copper or bronze. I bought it from a car boot sale. It was 50p and it sold for £9. They also bought these silver plated sugar tongs. I bought them from a car boot sale, and if I remember correctly, I paid £2 for them and they sold for £12. And then we have this cloisonne box in the shape of a pear. It opens like this. Honestly, I can't remember where I bought this from and how much I paid for it, but it sold for £17. And they also bought this beautiful tall jug with floral design. It's made by Wade and it was part of an auction bundle. And as I said, these items usually cost me between £1 and £2, and it sold for £28. And these are all going to the United States, Georgia. The next order was for these 2 beautiful items, and one of them is this gorgeous vase in the shape of a shell. I bought this from an antique center. It was £12 and it sold for £50. And the second item in this order is this adorable brass kiwi bird. This one was bought from a charity shop and it was £3 and it sold for £25. And these are going to a repeat buyer in the United States, Indiana. And the last order was for these 2 pieces. One of them is this lovely Victorian paper clip in the shape of a hand. It's so beautiful, isn't it? This one was in a bundle that I bought from eBay, and it came to about £2 and it sold for £48. And this gorgeous biscuit barrel, it was in the same auction bundle as the other biscuit barrel, so it came to about £4.50 as well, and it sold for £90 as well. And these are both going to the United States, Florida. So this was everything that sold from my shop last week. I'm really happy that both biscuit barrels sold because they are really special and they deserve to be treasured again. But I'm obviously very pleased with everything that sold. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. As I said, next week I will show you the other half of this auction purchase. And then I hope I won't buy anything at auction until winter time because it's just so overwhelming to have all these boxes full of random stuff. I much prefer to go and buy individual things at car boot sales and charity shops. And now that the car boot sale season is here, you will see a lot of that in the future. Actually, on Friday, I will show you my first car boot of this year. So make sure to check that out. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching it, and also consider subscribing to my channel if you like this kind of content, so that YouTube knows that you like this kind of content and it will recommend you more videos like this, and also you won't miss another one of my future videos. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!